Welcome to my live session. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from and the time you're actually watching this live stream. Yeah, it's my playback gang. Yeah, I love you guys. Same, I love you guys right back. Yeah. So today too, I was also contemplating whether to come on live and or, but yeah, here we are. So let's do it quick and then leave. Yeah. So today is episode 4 of um, seed time, the law of seed time and harvest time. What is this, bro? I don't need no interruption. So, today is topic what we are going to talk about today is that bad seeds also grow. Okay, bad seeds also grow. So we are talking about seed time, harvest time. We should know that the negativity that we are planting, they are also going to germinate. So stay with me. I'm gonna, if you're doubting what I'm saying, I'm going to prove you wrong while this lecture is going on. So what you keep planting will eventually become something. What you keep planting, okay, whatever thing I keep planting, it is going to eventually become something. So what is a bad habit? A bad habit is a small seed with a potential to become a large problem. That is a bad habit. You start stealing smalls. You start stealing coins. You start stealing one USD, $1, $1. By the time you realize you are with you are with the guns going for robbery. A bad habit is a small seed with a potential to become a large problem. So, what we see out there that is hard to stop, what becomes a character, started as a seed. They started doing it when they were young. They started it some years ago, some days, some weeks ago. And now it has become a part of them. Now it's a character, now it's a habit. Now it's a bad habit and they are trying to stop. So, bad seeds also grow. Stay with me, please. Bad seeds also grow. So, like I said, we often talk about planting good seeds. We talk about discipline. We talk about consistency. We talk about hard work. Yeah, the seed of Christ is a good seed, bro. We are talking about bad seeds. So, if you have Jesus in your life, if you have the seed of Christ in you, that is a good seed. That is not a bad seed, alright? Thanks for the submission, Coffin, Death, Rattle, Official. Appreciate your submission. Where are you watching me from, please? May I know where you guys are watching me from? So we talk about consistency, we talk about hard work, we talk about patience, we talk about knowledge, courage, faith in ourselves, and all that. But oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. What says the time now? Is it 11 p.m., 12 a.m. in the States, right? So, like I said, we talk about consistency, hard work, perfection, faith, knowledge, patience. But there's another side of the law of seed time and harvest time that people don't like to talk about. It's a conversation that people don't encourage. Okay, but I'm going to talk about everything in this series. Alright, what you don't want to hear, bro, if you come on, you are going to hear it here. You will hear it. I'm going to tell you. Alright, so bad seeds also grow. Oh, really? 43,000 subscribers. Wow, that's a lot of people. I know much about the seed of Christ, ties into the way of life. Yeah, it does a lot to the human, nature, the creation, the existence. Yes, we are born to serve God and then to fulfill a purpose on this earth. So yeah, like I said, the seed of Christ is very important. It's very necessary in the life of every individual. So yeah, if you don't have Christ, you should look for the seed of Christ. So every seed doesn't produce something beautiful. The laziness, you are always sleeping, it is going to produce regret, it is going to produce pain. Some seeds produce problems. Yeah, thank you. Some seeds will produce broken relationships. The way you are always exchanging words with your partner, it is gonna bring divorce. What you are doing is a bad seed, and you are going to see the consequences if you don't stop that. Okay, stay with me, please. I'm not here to get you scared and all that, but I'm trying to spit some facts. Some of these seeds I'm talking about is going to produce bitterness. It is going to produce addiction. It is going to produce arrogance. It is going to produce fear. You don't want to try anything new. You don't want to, you're afraid of answering a question in class. Bro, you that seed that you are sowing, bro. I must confess, I was part of those kind of people that sowed the seed of fear. Bro, I couldn't even stand in front of a class to to do a presentation. That day I missed the lectures. University of Ghana presentation group. I've forgotten the group, but we had to do a presentation and bro, I was scared, shy. That seed was, but I'm trying to eradicate all of that. In fact, I'm working on it, and now you can put me in front of 100 people, and I'm gonna speak. I don't care the kind of people that are seated. I don't care the class of people that are seated. I am going to speak. That seed of fear has been taken away. And if you don't take yours away, it is going to ruin your life. It's going to ruin your opportunities. It is going to ruin your chances. It is going to ruin your relationships. What it is going to produce is regret, pain. I regret a whole lot of things that I did in the university. Bro, I completed the school without any friend. Like, I didn't have no friends. Just my homie that we completed senior school with. He was the only friend that I had in the university, bro. Social anxiety, like it was something I was fighting with. But if you don't fight against that seed, yeah, it is going to ruin your life, like I said earlier. So some produce a life that slowly moves away from the person that they want to become. You want to become somebody great. You want to become um, a great, you know, lawyer. You're not going to class. You're not studying your books. The life that you are producing, it is slowly moving you away from the person that you want to become. It is moving you away from that lawyer that you want to become, that great judge. Your actions, your daily habits, they are pushing you away from whoever that you want to become. Okay? And the frightening thing about bad seeds is that they often look harmless when they are planted. They are very harmless. Like you would ask somebody would, try to talk you and pop some sense into your head, and then you'd be like, what's the problem with this? This is nothing. I'm just being a girl, I'm just being a guy, I'm just a chill nigga, I'm just a young boy trying to make life, and I don't want to be in people's space, I don't want to interfere in people's matters and all that. Bro, in the beginning, it is gonna look harmless until it is time for you to talk. For a door to open for you and you're fumbling, you can't even talk, you can't even speak because you've dined and you've enjoyed the company of fear, you've enjoyed the company of social anxiety for a long time, that it has become a friend to you. Hi Kenzo Klein, how you doing? So a little procrastination doesn't look dangerous. Where are you watching me from? Kenzo interrupted. So a little procrastination, it won't look dangerous. Like, what if I sleep and then tomorrow I do what I want to do, what I'm supposed to do? What if I do it tomorrow? Nothing is gonna happen, bro. Nothing is gonna happen. But it is actually, sorry, it is actually, you're actually growing a seed that you have no idea is gonna germinate. You have no idea. So one lie won't even seem significant. It seems insignificant. One compromise, one time that you compromise, it doesn't feel like a life-changing decision. One unhealthy habit doesn't feel powerful. Like one toxic relationship may seem manageable. You are trying to manage a toxic relationship. One day of laziness won't seem like a problem. But let me tell you that seeds doesn't need to look dangerous. What they only need is that it has to be repeatedly cultivated. And when you do that continuously, you realize that it becomes a habit. And stopping, coming out from that will become very hard. Bro, I used to like sleeping a lot, bro. I still love sleeping. I can sleep from morning to evening. I'm just a sleepy, I don't know how do they call that. I'm just a sleepy head. Like, I would sleep when I was in Ghana. I would sleep from morning to evening. I didn't have anything doing, bro. Nowadays, to even sleep, it's like I feel like I'm sinning. I'm committing a sin when I'm sleeping. I feel like there's a whole lot to be done. Why should I go to bed? Why should I sleep? I need to do some things. I need to change my life. Why should I go to bed, bro? One day of laziness, just one day of laziness, and then you fall in love with the sleeping and sleeping and sleeping. Eventually it becomes a habit, and it becomes a bad seed, and it grows up, and now your life is a mess. Your life is going to become a mess. Look at me in the face. Your life is going to become a mess if you allow these bad seeds to grow up. So the danger of small things, I see the small, that's why people underestimate it. If someone showed you a massive tree and said, this started from something tiny, you would understand the power of process. Wow. The same principle happens to negative patterns. A destructive life rarely begins with a dramatic decision. Just drama, just pure drama, just being led by emotions, and you realize that your life is on the way to destruction because you made your emotions move you. Your life is on the way to destruction. Your life is on a cliff. Yeah, it's like you're falling from a cliff because emotions led the way, led the path. So, one excuse, one compromise, one habit, one lie, one resentment, one bad decision repeated, then repeated again and again. Eventually, like I said earlier, what started as a seed becomes a pattern. And then you realize that it's a pattern. Like, a pattern becomes a habit. The habit becomes a part of your lifestyle, and eventually the lifestyle begins to shape your identity. Bro, don't change your identity. Don't let laziness become your identity. Don't let lies become your identity. Don't let stealing become your identity. So never underestimate a small compromise. Time can turn what you tolerated into what controls you. What you once tolerated has the potency, it has the probability of controlling you someday. Just one small compromise, and then you realize that you are being controlled. Your life is literally ruled by this habit. So bad seeds look harmless, like I said earlier. This is what makes it dangerous. A bad seed doesn't usually arrive announcing, I am here to destroy your life. There's no seed that is going to tell you that I'm here to destroy your life. The way you don't listen to advice, this seed won't tell you that I'm here to destroy your life. But give it some time, let it grow, and your life is going to be destroyed. You are going to end. The bad seed is not gonna announce that I'm here to destroy your life. No, it is gonna disguise itself as convenience. It is going to disguise itself as convenience, like convenience. That is all it is going to appear like. I'll do it tomorrow. It's only once. I want to drink this alcohol just one time. Let me smoke just one stick just one time. Nobody will know. It's not that serious. I deserve this. Everyone does it. What do you mean everyone does it? Your life is different from everyone. I'll stop whenever I want, and then it's been 10 years, you can't stop smoking. It's been 8 years, you can't stop drinking. You've become an alcoholic now because it started with just one. So if you're going to try, if you're trying to try something freaky, something that's not, you know, acceptable according to your moral standards, bro, don't do it because it is going to become a bad seed, and coming out of it will be very hard. Trust me. So these statements, I stop whenever I want. Everyone deserves it. Everyone does it. It's not that serious. It's a statement that is going to become a self-sabotage. The problem is not always the first decision. It's what happens when the first decision becomes a pattern. That is going to be the problem. When the first decision becomes a pattern. When you drink alcohol today and tomorrow you feel like drinking again, and the next day you feel like drinking again, and then eventually you become an alcoholic, and then your lungs and your kidney and whatever part of your body is struggling. That is where you know that you've really messed up your life. So procrastination is a seed. Procrastination seems harmless, bro. Delay something today, bro. To this morning, I didn't want to come on live. I wanted to procrastinate because time was far gone. It was, bro. I just said, let me pull up, and then let's turn the camera on and see maybe if just one person comes on, I'm cool. I don't want to talk to a lot of people. If a lot of people comes on, then hallelujah, bro. So procrastination is gonna seem harmless. You delay something today, tomorrow you delay it again, then another day, eventually deadlines arrive, opportunities are gonna disappear, the pressure is gonna increase, confidence is gonna decrease. So you said you were going to start training, you were going to start workouts this month in the month of August. Now we are ending the month of August. You've postponed your workouts, that your big stomach that you're trying to reduce. I'm sorry if I'm being harsh. I'm sorry, I apologize. I apologize. My bad. Your big belly that you're trying to reduce. You said you were going to start working out on your stomach for the past 6 months now, since we started January. And now we are in August, the 8th month of the year, and you haven't done anything about it. You're just procrastinating. You're always procrastinating. So we are entering into the 9th month. Are you going to procrastinate again into the 10th month, or you are going to actually start working out? You are going to actually start taking care of your body. You are going to actually start pushing up. Start with your push-ups. Are you going to start training, or you are going to find an excuse? So the problem wasn't necessarily the lack of ability, it was the repeated planting of delay. You plant it, you plant it, you plant it from January, you plant delay. February, you plant this, you plant it, you keep on planting. And then eventually Every time you postpone something important without a legitimate reason, you reinforce the habit of postponement. You reinforce the habit of postponement. You become the person that is always procrastinating. And then you can't do anything meaningful in your life. You can't even achieve your target. You can't achieve your goals because you are always procrastinating. You have to stop that. So you are always teaching yourself that I don't have to act now. And that mindset is going to become automatic. You are programming your mind that let me sleep a little bit, let me do it tomorrow, I'll do it the next day, I'll do this, and then you don't do it now, you do it every day apart from now. I told myself that I was gonna do short video every day, at least one. I'm gonna post one short every day, whether it's 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes. I'm going to upload one shot every day, and I'm kind of 3 days strong or what? Yeah. So when you start something and then you keep it going, it's like you find that sense of fulfillment, and then you feel like you are trying to overcome your procrastinative abilities, that edge that makes you to procrastinate. You are trying to instill discipline. That is what is going to happen to you. Laziness is a seed. I've said that earlier. Rest is not laziness. Recovery is not laziness. Taking a break is not laziness. Don't get me wrong. Laziness is consistently avoiding necessary effort because comfort is more attractive than responsibility. So you are resting. It's not laziness. You are taking a break. But don't mistaking catching a break, resting. How can you rest for for 6 months? What kind of rest is that, bro? You're just being lazy. Get off your lazy ass and then go on work. How can you take a break for, bro, forever? For 9 months, you've been taking your break since last year. What kind of break is that? What did you do? Did you carry the whole universe? Nah, bro. You what is gonna happen to you is that the more you avoid difficult things, the harder difficult things feel. Your tolerance for discomfort decreases. Your excuses is going to increase. Every time you're going to find an excuse, your ambitions are going to remain large while your actions will become very small. Eventually, you're going to have a painful gap between the life you imagine and the life you're actually building. That gap is often created by repeated avoidance, repeated avoidance. I'm going to talk about negative thinking tomorrow as a seed. Negative thinking is a seed. That is going to be our topic tomorrow. But let me touch on it a little bit. Your mind is constantly receiving information. What you repeatedly tell yourself matters. What you tell yourself every day, what you constantly think about, it is going to grow every time you are thinking about that the fact that you can't do something. Every time your mindset is negative, nothing works for me. People are against me. I am always unlucky. Those bullshit. What's the point? Why always me? Why is this happening to me? Bro, what do you mean? Do you know the number of people that are going through the same stuff that you're going through? And still they've been able to come out from it. Negativity is a seed. Tomorrow, I don't want you to miss tomorrow's session, bro. You can begin developing a mental environment where defeat becomes familiar. Some people are familiar with defeat, they are familiar with failures, they are familiar with not doing anything, they are familiar with negativity. Don't become familiar, bro. So negative thinking doesn't mean every negative thought will become reality, but repeated thinking influences your attention. When you constantly think about negativity, it's going to influence attention. It's going to influence your expectations. It's going to influence your decisions, and it's going to influence your behavior. Your mind begins looking for evidence to confirm what you repeatedly believe. That is why you must become careful about what you allow to take permanent residence in your thinking. You need to be careful with what you think about. I'm not thinking about defeat, bro. I don't care who is in the room. I don't care who is doing live. I don't care. I don't think about defeat. I don't think about negativity. If I'm doing something, it's all 100 positivity. 120. I've psyched my mind. I'm gonna do it. In July, we said we were going to do 30 days, 200 push-ups. Day one, people said, bro, this guy's gonna stop. Day 15, we kept going. Day 20, they said he's gonna stop at day 25. Day 25, we kept on going until we got to day 30. Eventually, we finished the 30 days, the target that we set. We finished it. In September, we are setting another target. I don't know, but yeah, I'm trying to put things in place. And if we don't do that in September, in October we are doing 30 days. 30 days, 200 push-ups. We might increase the push-ups to 300, 500. I don't know, but I want you guys to enjoy that sense of fulfillment when you start something and you actually finish. Bro, I felt like a hero on the 30th day in July. On the 30th of July, I felt like I'm the biggest. I felt like nothing can stop me. And actually, that is it. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop a mind that is willing to push, that is willing not to give up. Nothing can stop that kind of personality, that kind of mindset. Nothing can stop it. Absolutely nothing. Not your friends, not your family, not the people close to you, not your colleagues. Nobody can stop a mindset that has trained itself to become positive, bro. So, bitterness is a seed. So, I want to talk about negativity is a seed. Bitterness is a seed, yeah. Somebody hurts you, you don't process it, you carry it, then you replay it, you talk about it, you think about what they did, you imagine about what should have said, you become angry every time you remember it. Bro, the original event happened once, but you keep on reliving it. This is how bitterness is gonna grow. The person who hurt you may have moved on, bro, but you are still carrying the emotional consequences. Can you let it go? Can you let it off your shoulders? Can you let go of that pain? Can you let it go? So, bitterness can become a prison where the person who hurt you is no longer present, but their actions continue controlling your emotional state. Oh boy, may you not be a bitter person. May somebody not hurt you and then you're going to bleed on innocent people. Don't do that. It is very wrong for you to be hurt and then you are bleeding on innocent people. Somebody broke your heart. The next relationship you are going to enter into, an innocent young man with genuine feelings wants to love you, bro. Dear ladies, please don't. Dear gentlemen, please don't bleed on people who didn't cut you, people who are innocent. Don't do that to them. It's really, a wrong thing to do. Sometimes forgiveness is not saying what happened was acceptable. It is refusing to let what happened own the rest of your life. And I'm not going to make a one moment own my life. Nah, bro. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. Envy is a seed. Oh boy, I love today's session. Like, I wish everybody was on. I wish you are going to watch this until the end. Envy is a seed. So it's going to start with comparison. You are just going to compare quietly. You're just going to compare yourself, your life to the life of this guy, your life to the life of this lady. You see someone succeeding. Instead of being inspired, you become irritated. Envy is a seed. Their success feels like evidence of your own lack. You begin watching them, comparing yourself, analyzing their achievements, questioning why they deserve what they have. What do you mean? You are trying to question why they deserve what they have. Are you God? Where were you when they were putting in the work? Everybody deserves whatever they have, bro. It's not in your power to do, to 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 let people know whether they deserve what they have or not. Eventually their success is going to become something you resent. Envy is dangerous because it steals your attention from your own field. You are going to forget about the log in your eye to go and pluck the speck in another man's eye. I think that's a topic for another day, but yeah, let me chip it in. Sorry. Envy is a seed. Kill it. Uproot that seed. Uproot that seed of envy. Dig it up and throw it away because it is not going to help your life. Pride is a seed, bro. Pride. Most of the times, pride begins with success. Like you accomplish something, people recognize you. You start believing that you are better than others, bro. Then you stop listening, you stop learning, you stop accepting correction. You assume you already know enough. That is where your growth is going to begin to slow. A person who believes they know everything eventually becomes incapable of learning anything new. Yeah. You're not gonna learn anything new because you believe you know everything. Success without humility can become its own form of sabotage. The moment you become too proud to learn, you begin too limited to grow. You begin to become too limited to grow. May we not become too proud to learn. As I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. I know. I'm also human, but pride can set in. But we are going to try our possible best not to let pride stay. Because pride is a bad seed and you need to dig it up. Else it is going to ruin your life. It is going to ruin your life. It is going to ruin your life. Pride is a bad seed. Dig it up. So, um, toxic relationships can become bad soil. Bro, don't be in a toxic relationship. Dating a guy, he's beating you, he's laying hands on you, he's maltreating you, he's treating you as trash. Not just physical assault, but emotional assault. Bro, just run more. Just fight for your life. Choose yourself first. So your environment influences what grows. If you are constantly surrounded by people who encourage destructive behavior, negativity, insanity, irresponsibility, negativity, constant drama, those patterns can become, they can begin feeling normal. Yeah, bro, how you doing, man? So you don't have to hate people to establish distance. You don't have to become arrogant. But you need discernment. You need to ask yourself, what does being around this environment consistently produce in me? If the answer is something destructive, just pay attention. Just pay attention. Toxic relationships can become a bad soil for your seeds to grow. It can become a bad soil. Toxic relationships. And so, you can stop a bad seed before it becomes a tree. That is the truth of the matter. Yeah, you might have a seed of dishonesty, you might have the seed of laziness, you might have the seed of procrastination, you might have the seed of all the stuff that I mentioned. This is the good news. A seed can be removed, a habit can be changed. Yesterday, I just heard that a friend of mine, his little brother, was drinking lemon. He wanted to change his look. He was getting so big that he the lady told me that his brother jogs every morning. I told her, why don't you also go and jog with him? She was laughing. I'm like, bro, that is a good thing to do. You you can change your habits. You can change something about your life. You can change something about yourself. You like sleeping a lot, bro. You can change laziness. That laziness habit, you can avoid it. I used to be a sleepyhead, bro. I still sleep, but yeah, not like I used to sleep. My brother is on here. I can't lie, man. A habit can be changed. A pattern can be interrupted. And mindset can be challenged, a relationship can be reevaluated, an apology can be made, a direction can be corrected. I don't care how far you've gone. A U-turn, there's this quote that says that no matter how long, how far you've gone on the wrong direction, a U-turn is a must. Because you're not going to get any detour. You need to U-turn. So you're not permanently trapped by what you have previously planted. So you planted alcoholism. You can stop drinking alcohol. Don't let anybody lie to you. Don't lie to yourself. Now this is my life. I can't stop. Bro, stop all those bullshit, and then start working on how to stop drinking alcohol. You can change your habits. You can change your habits. Any habit can be changed, bro. You can change your life. You can reinvent your life. I used to be very slim. Now my shoulders are all built up, man. You can change your life. So self-awareness is your first defense. You need to first pay attention to yourself. You need to acknowledge where you need help. You need to acknowledge where you need to fix, and then you start from there. So you need to pay attention to yourself. What do you do repeatedly when you are stressed? How do you behave when you're angry? You need to pay attention to yourself. What happens when you are disappointed? You start breaking tea. You start breaking bottles when you are disappointed. You start throwing punches, bro. What do you do when nobody is watching? What excuses do you repeatedly make? What patterns keep producing the same problems in your lives? Your patterns are giving you information. Don't ignore them. Don't ignore them. So lastly, we are going to end with stop blaming the harvest without examining the seed. Stop blaming the harvest. Why? Stop. Sometimes people often only complain about the outcomes. Don't complain about the outcome when you know what brought the outcome. You are being lazy. You are going to be broke. Why is my life like this? Why are my relationships always failing? Look at this. Why am I always broke? Why can't I stay disciplined? Those questions matter. But another question is, what am I repeatedly doing that contributes to this outcome? This is what you should be asking yourself. This is not about blaming yourself for anything. Life contains circumstances beyond your control. But personal responsibility means being honest about the parts that you can control. There is a part you can control. There is a part you can play in your life, in the reinvention of your life. There is a part that you can control. You can replace the bad seeds with better ones. You can replace the laziness with being responsible, being productive. You can replace the bad seeds with better ones. You can stop procrastinating. You can break the task into small actions and start immediately. If you don't want to finish all in, you can break them into smaller parts and then start working. Other than to say that this is a whole lot, I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna have the full day and I'm gonna work the whole day tomorrow, bro. You're lying to yourself. Tomorrow you're going to sleep like you slept yesterday. Like you are sleeping today. You're going to sleep tomorrow too. You're not going to put in the work. So you may have to approve something, like I said earlier. You may have to approve something. You may have to um delete something. You may have to leave something. You may have to block something. You may have to apologize. You may have to admit something. You may have to ask for help. I will say every time you need to ask for help when you are drowning. Ask for help. Talk to somebody, man. I feel like this thing is overwhelming. Like, I don't know what to do. Can you help me? That is why I'm a fitness trainer. I help people to gain muscles. You want to get big, ask for help. Text me, send me an email. That's my business email in the description. Send me an email, Mike Meadows. I want to get big. How, what, and what, and what. Do you do any consultation? Do this, do this. I'm gonna send you my details And then we can start from there. You're asking for help. That doesn't mean that you are weak. No, bro. That means you're actually willing to change something about your life. I sought for help. I was watching YouTube videos of people's workout session. I sought for help. You can watch my 30 days push-ups and then train day one, even though it's playback. There's a playlist. There's a playlist I've recorded. I've created a playlist, and the 30 days, everything is over there. It's on there. You can watch it, start on the first, second, third day, fourth day, fifth day, and then you keep on doing, pushing. You may need to delete something. You may have to uproot something, bro. So your future deserves better seeds. I'm gonna end it here. Your future deserves better seeds. Think about the person you want to become, and then ask yourself, what seeds will the person plant today? I want to become the biggest YouTuber, one of the biggest YouTubers. What seeds would a big YouTuber plant today? Stream, and then in the morning I don't want to stream. I feel lazy, bro. What kind of seeds are you planting? That is all you need to ask yourself. If you want to become disciplined, plant disciplined actions. If you want to become knowledgeable, plant learning. Be learning. I said I want to learn a language, bro. Today I'm going to learn. Tomorrow I'm going to give you guys feedback. I learned 3 words, 3 Chinese words, and I'm going to mention it to you guys and actually teach you guys what I learned. That is how you learn. That is how you learn. If you want confidence, plant courageous actions. You want stability, plant responsibility. Your future self is affected by today's choices. Your future self is affected by today's choices. Whatever thing that you choose today, whatever decision that you make today, it is going to compound and affect your future. So please vote for your future. Please make decisions that your future self is going to be proud of. Thank you guys for watching today's episode. Tomorrow, episode 5, negativity. Negative thinking is a seed. That is what we're going to talk about tomorrow. So I hope I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. There's been a lot of distractions today, but yeah, we still managed to stream. And I love you guys so much. If you watched up to this session, I appreciate the love, the support. Yeah, the reason why I keep going. And those that will be watching the playback, I love you guys so much. And I'll see you tomorrow for episode 5. I love you guys. Peace. I'm out.